Hey, it's Matt Coffey with PracticeBloom, and thanks for checking out this video. I think this is one of those videos where you can start to put the stuff together. Like, we have a lot of practitioners we work with, and we have the stories about how we really have some impact, but I want to actually show you the impact. This is just an example. We have this tool, which we call our Patient Engines dashboard, and it really talks about the story of the last 30 days of activity for a practitioner. I just pulled one of the dashboards up because I think this one in particular shows some very interesting trends. And obviously, there's some numbers up here, and I'm going to go through them really quickly. So just hang out with me for a few seconds, and you'll see some of the interesting aspects of this. So this happens to be a spa, a medical spa. And this is, we work with quite a few practitioners, but this is a particular practitioner who has a lot of activity, and we're running a lot of what we call patient engines. And what we talk about patient engines, we're actually talking about funnel campaigns. So if you're familiar with it, we're taking people who have an interest in a subject and finding them, putting them through a funnel, and then at the end, obviously, they come out and make an appointment, or they sign up for a program. And so what ends up happening here is we can see that we've had a great trajectory over the last 30 days because we've reinvested in some of the retargeting strategies that we've talked about before and stretching through different aspects of our marketing elements. But you can see here, here's really the story. 124 phone calls over the last 30 days. So that's inbound new clients coming in. We can see here, appointment requested online, 63 requests over the last 30 days. So that's 2 appointments just online, people clicking and getting an appointment online. And here's an example of a patient engine specific campaign where we're running a vampire facelift promo, and we've gotten 15 claims in the last 30 days. So basically every other day we're getting a claim for that. More important, we're doing these peel promos, and that's 44 claims in the last 30 days. We've gotten, again, another 31 contact forms, so just people to want to contact the spa and get engaged, 1 per day, or 31 in the last 30 days. First-time callers, so this is actually the people who have never called the practice before, are 85 people. So this kind of trend shows the upward trending of additional clicks that are being generated through just the regular SEO efforts and impression counts and so forth. So we set these up specific to each individual practitioner. But what you should know is, what does this do? And I think these things are critical. So I'm going to go over just a handful of things for you to think about. So what we teach people to do is to flip the switch. And what I mean by that, and I've tried to put this into practical terms, is to make the light bulb go on that there are better ways than just the standard marketing, referral marketing, word of mouth, billboards, and paper. If you do it right, and we do this advertising through Facebook and Instagram and Google and all the online tools, but the real strategy here is a faster path. So we're creating a faster path to really having a better performing practice, and that's the real story here. The second thing is setting up systems. So the real meat of this, what you're seeing here, is the systems behind this. So we've set up systems to capture patients, to capture people through these processes of using these online tools. And it's not just throwing something out there and hoping for someone to find you. There's actually a cadence behind it with good copywriting and follow-up retargeting strategies, as I mentioned before. There's a much larger body of work. It's not overcomplicated. It just needs to be done in a predictable way that it makes sense. And this is getting the right clients. And I think that's really the story I love to hear, which is that we're getting the right clients into the right funnels, and they're coming through as conversions from appointments for the right types of products. So if you want to go after something that's marginal in your business that makes sense, we can go after that and target it instead of just getting somebody in and trying to go through a process of persuading them. This is getting the right client at the right time. Now, one of these things that really comes through this is it eliminates the stress. Now, I can't pontificate more about what I've seen with some of the practitioners is the relief of what's happening, which is we're relieving the stress of the concerns of the ups and downs. A lot of practitioners we run into, we start with them, there's just a lot of like ebb and flow, and they don't know where the next patient's coming from. It's just a gigantic issue with trying to manage the process of their billing and their headcount and their payroll, but now they've got an even flow and a predictable flow. The stress just fades from their faces, and I think that's a really important thing to consider. We've built these tools and systems to do these specific things so you can actually view them. So you can get some guideposts and you can see some trends and you'll understand, and that is a huge difference instead of just willy-nilly marketing or referral marketing that sort of has a dovetail at the end where it just may or may not continue. These are things that just aren't predictable. This is recession and competitive proof. That's the real story. So it's all about your power and your ability to have your vision and the visibility of your practice. So think about these things. Think about having the capabilities to see this, and we certainly can help you. Now, our call to action is always certainly contact us. We have a link here that you can click on to give the URL of your practice, and we'll give you a good overview of what you can fix, what you might be missing, and things we can certainly help you with if you want help. I'm Matt Coffey again for PracticeBloom.